For several years now, I'm writing down my weird dreams I'm having while sleeping. Of course, the sillier the better. Don't write down the ordinary ones, they're just too boring. So, this is what I'm going to call the series, my weird dreams. And just so you know, I'm not making anything up in these dreams. Also, I always state everything exactly as I remember it. Sometimes I only add some of my thoughts about it, or even explain some parts of my life so you'd better understand it. I name each dream with these 3, usually random, moments that it contains, so you'd have a better idea what they will be about.
This dream is called A Sniper, Bags, and Hiding Behind a Tree. In this one, I was a character trying to survive in a Tetris world. Okay, I'm kidding, that would have been so much more interesting. It was actually more like a shooting video game. I mean, I experienced it from a first-person perspective, as if I were the character able to make my own actions, and yet it felt like I was playing a game. Does that make sense? I should mention I consider myself a pro in these types of games, like Counter-Strike, Halo, Battlefield, everything, just name a game and I've most likely played it. I've spent so much time playing them that I've developed techniques that work for every type of weapon in every game. Want me to share them? Not gonna happen. Magicians never reveal their tricks, do they? Okay, fine. The thing is, you need to... I don't know, I was lying. I've actually barely played any shooting games in my life. I'm weird, I know. Stop hating on me, I'm already embarrassed enough. In this dream, I had already acquired a sniper, then a machine gun, which I hadn't used before for some reason, and another weapon that shot rays or something, I don't know. Also, I was playing with my friends, and I remember... Wait, you have friends? I thought you... Shh, they don't need to know that. But yes, I do have a few of them, and I consider them my friends, though if it's mutual... I remember playing with at least one of my friends, let's just call him Finn. He's not really important to the story, but whatever. At that moment I found myself alone in a building, shooting at everything nearby. And by everything I mean zombies. More of them, hundreds. Guess what weapon I was using? Sniper, that's right. But I struggled to switch to the beam gun, which was here like the best for killing multiple enemies that went far away from each other. You see, these rays have the ability to connect to several enemies, you just have to hit one. Oh, come on! I still had the sniper active, when suddenly even more zombies surrounded me. I took a few of them with the sniper, and then I noticed a gap in the wall. Without thinking twice, I jumped through it and found myself somewhere... outside? What a surprise! Hush, 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 let me continue. There I didn't know what to do, so I ran around for some time and then I decided to call the others. Wait, that's not right. What I meant was that I decided to call for the others. Not exactly sure how, but they somehow heard my calling and responded that they were on a tower. I remember from the dream that I looked over there and I noticed some bags lying near the tower. Bags? Bags? What a funny word, isn't it? Yep, that must be them, I concluded. Then, out of nowhere, some other team appeared and started shooting. No, not at me, at my team. They didn't even know I was there, huh? I stayed really confused. Wait, we are playing against other players? I actually had no idea, I really thought it was only the zombies. We need backup, now! Finn shouted. On it, I replied. I grabbed my sniper and tried to hit these new enemies. They were quite far from me though, so I had some trouble with hitting them. Definitely no other reason. You know I've got such a great aiming skills, yep. After a while I defeated all of them. Okay, not all, but most of them. At least one. Oh. I tried my best, but my team all got shut down. If only I were there with them, I would have helped
so much more.
Right? Well, it was over. Everybody fell. Everybody? There's still one soldier left. One-man army. The hero that finally awakens after their darkest moment. Now it's time for my redemption. But how do I do that? I mean, how do I do that? At that moment, they noticed me and started shooting at me. Pew 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 pew. My amazing subconsciousness came up with a brilliant idea to start jumping while firing at them. It makes it harder for them to target me if I move like this, right? Finally, I somehow managed to hit one of them. I'm such a pro, yeah! It was not lethal and probably up to the 10th shot, but you get the idea. Anyway, I should confess that in the meantime, I've been shot a few times. I mean, fortunately, I barely felt it, as it usually is in real life. What? As it usually is in dreams. It's not that weird, right? Right? Please tell me I'm not going crazy. It all felt like a game where I was running and choosing weapons for a character, not as myself, like without using a mouse or a keyboard. Maybe a bit if I were playing some VR game. I've never really used a VR headset in my life, by the way. Well, I kept trying to hit more enemies, but I was just terrible at it. I mean, I was
really unfortunate.
They had better positions, weapons and everything. It was not my fault at all. I started to feel tired, so I ran away and hide, hidden, hid, is it hid? Damn my English. Yeah, hid. Okay, so I hid behind the tree. The thing is, the tree wasn't thick enough to cover me entirely. I mean, there was nothing that would be able to cover me better from the bullets. The last thing that came to my mind was to bring my shoulders as close to my body as possible and stretch my hands in front of me when standing behind this tree, while facing the enemies. Okay, how dumb am I? My dreaming self is even more stupid than me in real life, and that's saying something. Like, it didn't occur to me to at least turn sideways to be better protected by the tree, or just simply run away. Of course, my brilliant trick with shoulders didn't help, and eventually I ended up getting shot down. How am I gonna recover from this? Well, that's simple. I won't. And I didn't feel any pain, but I knew I'm just done for. And as it always happens, when I die in real life, I wake up in my dream. Wait. The other way around. When I die in my dream, I wake up in real life. Yeah. I know it's not that weird, don't look at me like that, please. That would be all I remember. It was a bit of a different dream, full of action and shooting for some reason. Still no idea what inspired me there. But let's find out what could be at least the moral of the story, okay? Learn how to use beam gun, so be ready when the zombie apocalypse begins. Don't go to any tower with your friends, or you'll be lying 6 feet under. I'll never learn how to aim with any gun in any dream. And don't hide behind a thin tree when they're firing at you, I guess. The last one seems actually a bit helpful, I like it. Oh, and if your dreams are weird, so are you, and there's nothing wrong with that.